All right. I think we are live on a foggy day in Lexington, Kentucky. I was gonna go for a walk, but it's actually colder than I thought, and it's drizzling a little, and it looks kind of miserable, but I didn't want to not have a stream, so we're gonna do a little dash cam. You can see I got a crack in the window. I gotta get that fixed, but I wanted to leave it wide angle here so you guys can really appreciate the fog and how cool downtown looks right now. But we'll do a little driving around Lexington today. And I've got a bit of a wife with me. She may or may not want to talk on stream. We'll see. Hey D, what's up? Happy New Year, everybody. It is kind of a miserable day out here, but also kind of neat looking to see downtown in the fog like this. Everybody had a wonderful New Year out there, wherever you are. Not exactly sure where all we will drive today, but we'll kick around Lexington for a little while. Probably a 20 or 30 minute stream this morning, and then I'm going to play some GeoGuessr later. So if you're into GeoGuessr games, I will play some GeoGuessr tonight after the 49ers beat the Raiders. Very much looking forward to that. Mark is in the chat. What's up, Mark? Hello, hello. How are you, sir? Happy New Year. I think we'll head down Manchester Street, maybe head out a little ways into the countryside and then flip around. George is in the chat. What's up, George? Happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing well. Enjoyed watching about 15 different live streamers in New York last night, jumping around trying to find somebody with a stable connection. It was a hard thing to come by. Ended up watching most of New York walking show. I thought that was the best connection. Katrina's in the house. What's up, Katrina? Welcome. It's good to see everybody. I wonder if the cemetery's open. It is the prettiest drive in all of Lexington, I think. And it'll definitely be gorgeous with this fog. So let's check and see. In the springtime, this is absolutely my favorite place to walk and take pictures. I'll have to take you guys. Joanne, what's up? Let's see, I'm not sure if they have different hours on New Year's Day. No, they're open. Okay. So, definitely a place for contemplation, but also a beautiful, beautiful place in Lexington. This is the largest cemetery in Lexington. I think it's just an insanely pretty place. George says Daniel and Yuka walked the Rainbow Bridge. Neat. Is that the one that goes to Asgard? Pretty sure it is. Did not realize that Daniel and Yuka are Asgardians, because I think you have to be an Asgardian to walk the Rainbow Bridge. Some very, very old historic family plots here. And it's really gorgeous in the springtime when all the dogwoods and redbuds are blooming. It's a great place to walk, great place to sit. They've got a lot of benches. Great place for contemplation. And for senior photos. There's a lot of people out doing photos here. Joanne says she ended up watching Walks in Wall Street. Yeah, Tom's a pro, man. Tom is a pro. The Wall Street part, I can't get into. I've never been big into investing and finance and stuff, but he is a great walker and great voice and super smart guy and very kind. So yeah, love watching his channel. And you can see this is a large cemetery and just a really beautiful place. Definitely pretty on a foggy day like this. Gonna spin all the way around here. Mark says, sorry about your windshield. Yeah, me too. You know, this is going to be the second time I've had to replace the windshield on the Beast. It's like a little magnet for pebbles. I don't know what's going on with that, honestly. It happens. Yeah, I'd say you guys are talking about how late some of the live streamers were out last night. I'd say it's going to be a sleep-in kind of morning for them. I've already been up and gone to have some Southern biscuits with my wife, and she had French toast sticks. We went to a local restaurant here in Lexington called DV8. It's the letter D, the letter V, the number 8, DV8. And it's a really great restaurant. And now this is really cool. They have a mission to impact those who have had criminal history or substance abuse issues. And so they offer jobs to those in the community that have a tough time getting employment elsewhere, and they teach them the restaurant industry. And so it's a training and kind of assistance with rehab place, get people back on their feet, productive in society. They've got 2 locations in Lexington, and it is such a cool place. And I love supporting a place like that has a clear mission and is giving back to the community. George says, there goes your tickets to Japan to replace the windshield. Nope. Here's a fun fact. windshield replacement in most states in the United States is free. So that's a good thing. They don't want you driving around with a giant crack in your windshield like I am. So windshield replacement is free in most states. Insurance pays for it 100%, and it doesn't affect your premiums or cost of your insurance policy. Back out now of the Lexington Cemetery, and we're going to go explore more of the city. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it yet, but I did post the itinerary for the Japan trip, which is now that we're in January, just 3 months away, January, February, March, and then we're leaving the first day of April. So make sure you get a chance to check that out. It's going to be fun, and it's also going to be everything that good travel is. It's going to be stressful, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be nerve-wracking, all those things. So very excited, very nervous. I'm going to be learning some Japanese phrases. And I've got quite a bit of paperwork that I need to fill out, as Japan is open, but there are still some bureaucratic hurdles that you need to jump through. Yari has joined the chat. Yari, always a pleasure. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You've been living in 2023 longer than the rest of us. How is it? Is it a good year so far? I hope so. All right, we're heading out of the cemetery and back into the surface streets here of Lexington. Yari says, can't say, too early, too early. All right. Let's go check out Manchester Street in the fog. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoys their New Year's Day. It's about 50 degrees and drizzly here in Lexington. So I said this at the start, but quite a few of you weren't on yet. Was gonna do a walk, decided against it, decided to do a short drive. We're gonna do about a 30-minute drive today, and then wrap it up. But I will be playing GeoGuessr later tonight, if anybody wants to join. Train. Oh, cool. George, you told Lemmy I'm going to Japan? Good, good. I hope to be able to see everybody. It'd be fun to get everybody together and, you know, get a meal. We'll see what happens. we will see what happens. I flipped around here and we're gonna go down the length of Manchester. So we can see that big mural. Yeah, I hope to get to see a lot of people in Japan and hopefully get to see a lot of places. My only stress, if I'm being honest, I think I'll be fine with the signs because, you know, you can just point your phone at a sign now and it'll translate it for you. I think I'll be fine with talking to people because same thing, I'll be able to translate. Google can tell them what I'm trying to say. I'm really worried about just missing trains because I am going to be out in the middle of nowhere a few times. Just going to some old post towns and going to check out hikes and further flung places, especially in very far southern Japan. So we'll see, but I guess I'm never too far from civilization. Japan's only about as big as California, so I've got to remember that I've driven across an entire continent. I think I can figure out how to make it from town to town in Japan. Hey, somebody is in the chat. Hello, hello. Yep, this is the 859. Yari is giving us the phrase for where's the bathroom. I think that is one that I will need to know. Maybe I'll put it on repeat on my phone so I can just press a button and it says it. We're 2 cups of coffee in today, so feeling good about that situation. Alright, and this is Manchester Street. We've walked down here in the Distillery District a few times, so this is where that gigantic mural is. There's a cool coffee shop off here to the right. Manchester Coffee Company. They've got multiple locations in Lexington. Alright, we're coming up on the Distillery District with that really cool mural. Love seeing that. Want to see what it looks like in the fog. And hopefully the ride is a little smoother on the dash cam. I got slightly downsized tires this time for the Beast, and so hopefully it's a lot smoother and there's a lot less road noise. There's that big mural. Look at that thing. Look at that. Boom. Hey, Christian's here. What's up, Christian? What is up? Apparently that's a controversial mural, because I had somebody who was very upset that I was going on about liking that mural, and he's from this neighborhood, and he thought the imagery spoke to like violence and drugs and gangs, which is interesting because I think it's actually commentary by the artist on, you know, society's view on street art. But if you just look at it literally, I can see that. Awesome, somebody is in Jessamine County. Cool, just down the road. Just down Nicholasville Road. Here's the town Branch Creek. Let's go see the Secretariat statue. bet it'd be a pretty day to walk at McConnell Trace, actually. That'd be really nice in this fog. Too bad it's muddy. Hey Deborah, what's up? George says he almost fell out of the bed. I was thinking about that the other day. I wonder why we don't fall out of the bed more often than we do. Probably because of blankets. I wonder if blankets didn't exist, if we would roll out of the bed more often than we do. Isn't that crazy? Like, how does our body know not to just roll off the edge? I bet there's a scientific answer to that. Because you toss and turn in your sleep. Why don't you just roll twice and fall off the bed every night? Tamsin, hello. You live on the Bourbon Trail. Yeah. In Bardstown? You don't have to share that if you don't want to. But love the Bourbon Trail. One of the coolest things in Kentucky. Okay, Yari has fallen off his bed. Okay, so scientifically, there's nothing keeping us from falling off our bed. I bet it's just the blanket holding me in place. Minutes out from Bardstown. Okay, cool. Yeah, beautiful country out there. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're on Manchester, but I think it turns into Frankfurt Pike. Frankfurt Road, Frankfurt Pike, I think. And we're gonna head out over New Circle here into more fog, and I'm gonna try and stream a little bit of horse country here. I got to apologize if the stream gets a little wonky. I'll turn around, but I wanted to show you a little horse country in the fog, and we'll see if the cell phone signal holds. Yeah, sorry about that, somebody. Nightbot is a little sensitive. Hey, Damaris, what's up? Good to see you. Great job supporting streams as mods last night in New York. I bet that was a lot of work. Foggy day. Let's go see if we can find some horses. So we just left the city proper, and within like 2 minutes, we're gonna be in the middle of horse farms. It's one of my favorite things about living in Lexington, is that you are literally minutes away from just the prettiest driving country I think in the country. We'll see what it looks like in the fog. How far west have you been, says somebody. Well, I've put my toes in the Pacific Ocean. I've gone to Hawaii. I guess as far west as I have been is Maui or Oahu, whichever is more western. I think Oahu is more western. So the western part of Oahu is as far west as I have been. But I'm not sure which way I'm flying to go to Japan. I think I'm flying east to go to Japan, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe I'm flying west. I bet I'm flying west. All right, there's the Secretariat statue, and past this point, it is horse farms. Yeah, we need to bring the channel to Hawaii. That would be a blast. I know my wife would like that. All right, so fingers crossed that the stream holds for a little bit here and we can see some horses. If it disconnects, I apologize. But I think we'll get some horse country and some old country roads here. I love driving these roads. And if I can, I'll take you to a little mill up here, and that'll be a great place to end the stream. the name of that mill? The one with that bakes the bread and grits and flour and stuff?
Oh,
Weisenberger Mill. Oh, Tamsin grew up over by Turflin Mall. Okay, cool. That area has changed a lot. I guess in some ways it hasn't, and in some ways it has. Lots of new stuff, but the old neighborhoods are still there. And these are all the old horse farms out on a foggy winter day. Very different feel out here versus some of the times I've driven out here with you guys and it's been blue sky. Very different feel. It's Darby Dan Farm, named for a very famous horse. You can see the white and black wooden fences. Very traditional. And all of this Kentucky bluegrass, even though it looks brown grass right now. Joanne says Weisenberger cornmeal is the best. And this is still Darby Dan Farm on the right. Hopefully you can see some horses out there to the right. Even on a foggy day, Kentucky has charm. See if I can remember which turn it is to go to Weisenberger, because I think it would be cool if we have a signal to show you that. It's a really old mill. It would look kind of cool with this fog, I bet. This is Windhaven Farm on the right, according to that sign. Tamsin, thank you so much. Yeah. Stream today. Holding so far, so fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. It's going to start to maybe get choppy up here in a little bit. Not a lot of people out and about this morning. Is this my turn? Yarnelton.
You want Paynes?
I want Paynes Road, Paynes Mill Road, Paynes something.
Paynes Depot.
Okay. America's Byways. Nice little lake over here on the right. I think we turned right maybe at the church. Maybe.
Yeah, Mount Vernon Church.
Okay, cool. We're coming up on the Headley Whitney Museum that has a very cool shell grotto. It's not the best grotto I've ever been to, but it's in the top 5 grottos that I've been to. And I know that sounds tongue-in-cheek, but I'm serious. I like grottos a lot. And if you don't know what a grotto is, it's like a man-made cave. So it's a kind of a fanciful man-made cave where you use gemstones and seashells and everything to create something that looks like a cave but isn't a cave. So it's kind of cool. If you want to see an example, look up my, just type in grotto, I guess, into the channel, and you'll see some of my favorite ones. Grotto, grotto. I forget where the one that I went to was. It South Dakota? Nebraska, maybe? I can't remember. But there was one that was insane. It was so cool. It was built by one guy. And it had $4 million in gemstones embedded into it. Crazy. That was a fun walk. That was one of those nights that I just woke up in the campground and just Googled what was interesting near me, and that popped up. There's some horses off to the right. Pretty proud of the signal. It has stuck with us for a long time here in the middle of nowhere. So if it does go out when we go to the mill, I apologize, but I think I want to drive to that mill now and show it to you guys, if possible. I'm going to try. He says, what's your advice for a January getaway vacation? Goodness gracious. From in Kentucky or anywhere. Alright, our turn's coming up here. We're heading towards the mill. A lot of horses off to the right, laying down in the field. Pretty. Alright, let's try and go see this mill, as promised. Payne's Depot Road. A lot of these roads are named after kind of the function that they led to back in the pioneer days. Oh, look at the horses up here on the ridge. Great. Look at those horses on the ridge. So pretty. Deborah asked if we are heading north now, but we are actually west of Lexington, kind of in between Lexington and Frankfort, near Midway right now. Okay, somebody says anywhere. A getaway for couples in January, anywhere. Well, if I was just gonna pick a place to go in January, I would probably dodge winter weather since you're oh, look at those horses off to the right. Cool. Since you're in Kentucky, you know, you're looking at this weather that I'm looking at right now, and it's kind of depressing. So I would look at a city near the ocean, or I would look at an island, both of which would be, I think, very fun. My favorite island to go to this time of year would probably be Curacao. If you've never looked up Curacao, it's in what is called the ABC Islands. It's right off the northern coast of South America, and you got Aruba, and but Curacao is my favorite. It's kind of a desert island with cactuses and incredible snorkeling, and it was a Dutch colony, and so it's got really insanely good European food. Yeah, it's a cool place, Curacao. And then if I had to pick another place, I would pick a city that is really unique by the ocean. So I saw some really cheap prices to Barcelona recently in the Mediterranean, but on the coast. Maybe Dubrovnik in Croatia, or Barcelona, or Lisbon. Good weather, lots to see, great food, etc. Good question. I love talking travel. All right. This is the community of Zion. We'll end the stream today at the mill, and we're losing connection, just like I thought we would. So sorry about the bad connection, you guys, but we will go to the mill, and I will try and stream from the mill, even if it's a choppy picture. Yeah, this looks right. I think this is the Elkhorn we're going over right now. Weisenberger Mill Road. That's a good sign. Oh, look at that house. That is pretty. Like, that is gorgeous. Wow. And we are at the mill. All right, so let me find a parking place here, and then we'll get out and I'll show you the mill. We'll park at the mill. Private property. Well, that. Their grits before. All right. Tamsin says, have you ever done a Mammoth Cave video? The answer is yes. I think I've done 2. Hopefully the signal's okay for you guys right now. I want to show you the mill. And I'll show you this historic sign here too. But yeah, if you search for cave on the channel, all right, here we go. So this is a historic mill. The wheel would have been right over here, but they still make a ton of different flour and bread mixes. Some GeoGuessr later tonight if you want to join me for GeoGuessr. But thank you, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.